This is street hockey. It's one of the country's fastest growing sports, and it started 4 years ago in London and Warrington. Derek Cooper, known to the players as Dr. Skates, is the founder of street hockey in the Northwest.
It's a very different game than the name implies. It basically is ice hockey on roller skates, with all the aggravation, punch-ups, semi-violence that name implies. We run a general sports shop, and the normal part of our business is we import various items of gear from Canada, mainly ice hockey boots, which we put our roller plates on the bottom of. And on one delivery, we had a box of ice hockey sticks that arrived. We didn't order them, it was pure accident gift. We undid the box and took them across to a local playing area and had a knock around in a February frosty morning, put 2 windows through, and even then we had to hurry away from there because of the caretaker. After that, it progressed to where we are now. I see, yes, tennis. I've played rugby league for many years at a professional level, and what you see on the pitch 3 nights a week in our game, I can assure you, it makes it look like the man said of Vicarage Tea Party Rugby League.
In the last month, Derek Cooper has sold over 400 ice hockey sticks, 300 pairs of shin pads, and almost 200 gum shields. There are over 50 teams spread across the Northwest. Earlier this autumn, the Warrington Hogz played host to Mughal Mustangs and to one of London's top teams, the YoYo's from Brixton.
But our name was based on, well, Brixton itself, as you know, is a little county like, and the name just came up from there because most of the lads were brought up there anyway, and we stuck to that. And then YoYo's, well, you have your ups and your downs, so YoYo seems to have a nice ring to it. Nearly 2 years now, and I was introduced to them, and they asked me to be their manager. I don't know why, and I said, yeah, I'll do it.
So what does everybody do? Does everybody work? Do you work?
Yeah, well, I'm a youth worker, and majority of the lads work. There's only one who's at college, that's Paul, the goalie, but everybody else works as plasterers or something else. Everyone's got their own little job.
The YoYo's are without doubt the most entertaining bunch of lads to have come to Warrington from London. They really do appreciate the game that we play, which is somewhat different on the large pitch that we play in Warrington than the postage stamp that they're playing at the Elephant.
Play very tight, don't let the goalkeeper have a lot of battle. Paul, if you find a man who's doing anything wrong, shout him out because it's you going to have the danger. You're the
London teams, if anything, are more aggressive than our local lads. They use the barrier tremendously well. Barriers have a short life in London. They do incline to put people through them instead of into them.
Oh my God, you wouldn't think we'd come this far not to take it serious, don't you? We have actually come to win. It's like every other team they've come out there, they've come to win.
You know the drill. Are you at the back this time, or are you on the front? At the back, don't lose sight of Churn. Listen to what he tells you and stay in that position. If they come in fire, don't get round the back of them, skate back. If you can't get round them, go through them. Now, from the wings, every time you see sight of the goal or cross that line, A shot must be on. You've got to shoot 50% more today than you've done before. They're strong, they're hard, and they're a bit on the temperamental side. But when it comes to a doubt, put them out. That's what it's all about. If any man is guilty of letting a man pass them instead of going through them, they will get castrated. Twice.
Now this is what I want, okay? Are you listening? Danny, middleman. Owen up front with chaps. Okay? 3-man defence. And I want to see your best. Starting.
The first game of the day was between the YoYo's, the guests, and their hosts, the Warrington Hogz. A street hockey team is made up of a squad of 10 players. 6 players only can be on the rink during the game. The 5 outfielders and the goalkeeper. The 4 substitutes can be changed at any time. Each match is 20 minutes each way, and there are 2 referees.
The lads that we're involved in, and they're not interested in any other kind of sport, basically they can, as the psychiatrist would say, vent their spleen.
The rules are simple and are based on ice hockey. The stick must stay below shoulder height. The game is played not with a puck, but with a very hard fluorescent plastic ball. After 2 closely fought halves, the home team, the Hogz, scored the winning goal in the closing seconds. Winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. And the YoYo's didn't travel 200 miles to play games. Defeat isn't taken lightly.
You can play better than them. They're just separating you apart. Come on, it's no tactic, there's nothing to it. They're just splitting you up and it's working.
And you've got to mark more tight and you're bunching up too much,
You're bunching up too much. There's times out there, you get in that corner, right? And there's 3 men onto the ball, 3 of your own men. Come on! Owen, you're playing superhero again. Owen's having to do other people's jobs. Get yourselves together,
You've got to start shouting out more louder as well. You've got to...
Well, the Hogz are about the most original, well, in terms of the birth of the game. They seldom get anything worse than a draw. 99% of the time, it's an out-and-out win.
The Hogz are the best of the 6 Warrington teams, and they've been together for 5 years. Sometimes the Hogz, sometimes the Pirates.
We take it serious in the London teams. We train, twice a week and play twice a week. Any spare time we can, we play hockey.
Football's too dainty.
It's not like football, it's a bit more physical than football, more entertainment, something like that.
What sort of injuries have you lads got?
Well, I've had serious back trouble and hips. That's before I had the pads. If you don't play with the pads, you'll get terrible injuries.
If you go out with no protection, you just get bashed. It's just amazing how much protection you get from a pair of shoulder pads and how hard you can push more than you would if you didn't have them. It's just the aggression of the game.
If they're getting on your nerves and you're standing next to him, you can just start body checking him, touching him, tapping him with your stick, with your shoulders, kicking his skates. As long as the referee don't see you, he'll just wind up and wind up. Then he'll just do something illegal.
Nobody remembers second place. just got to get out there and win. And if anybody gets in your road, you just got to put them down and out the game, haven't you?
Well, about 40% of the game is actually off the ball, and majority of it is on the ball, and also actually off the pitch.
Give them all a beating. I think we're the best team around, so I don't want anyone to stand in my way.
Well, normally I'm kind-hearted, innocent, and I've just changed completely. I just feel like my opponent, I just feel like as if he's not there. I just want to waste him completely. And just waste him, get him out of the way. I'm just going to score a goal.
It's a very enjoyable game. Bit of violence, isn't it? Anyone, really.
I mean, you're not saying you're in it for the violence, but you do like the good old knockabout. That's the way it goes sometimes.
Roller skates, it seems, have always inspired grueling and ferocious competition. Between the wars, the blistering London to Brighton skate took place each October. Thousands took part. Roller speedway, dubbed the cowboy foam's first cousin, was brought to Britain in 1939 and was staged each week at the Haringey Stadium before 8,000 screaming fans, hungry for blood. But perhaps it wasn't all thud and blunder.
It's a hard life and a short one for the skates. They have to be replaced every 6 months. The ball bearings, for instance, get hopped and turn blue, like Babs does occasionally, only she gets blue in the face. Life for her is not one long round of pleasure, it's just one long round. Really, we're only joking. Babs actually loves it, getting close to the earth the way she does and getting such a moving picture of life. Unless she puts a foot wrong now, the practice session is almost over, and they can both go for a spin in Ravik's car. If there's one thing this talented couple like, it's to go for a spin. It makes such a nice change.
One of the newest teams to emerge in the Northwest are the Mustangs from Mughal.
Everyone get your gear, get changed. Street hockey basically is a sport geared round the individuals that play it, as opposed to players adopting a sport. The Mughal Mustangs are the result of a demonstration that we gave at the rink in Mughal. The Mughal lads are probably the fastest learning bunch of lunatics we've ever set eyes on. These particular individuals that we cater for have developed the nucleus of a simple ball and stick game into a very, very aggressive, complex and tremendously skillful game, full of aggression, a fair amount of violence, but to a limited degree. But the skill of the game, the ball carrying, is quite brilliant, quite unbelievable.
Same with you. As soon as you cross that halfway line, let's see them shots it. Okay. From the halfway line. Same with you. All right. Okay. Chase the balls into the corners. Don't stand off them. When they come out with the physical stuff, just back off them. Let them skate right past you and let them crash into the walls. Ali, when Wally goes, don't cross the halfway line. All right? Yeah, for the first 10 minutes, do not cross the halfway line. Stay deep. Let Wally go forward.
Staying back and just get stuck in.
In 5 months, these lads really do give us a game. And it's I don't know, the Liverpool lad relates very much to this sport because it's a sport which he's created virtually.
Left, right, keep going.
But getting a team together isn't cheap. Colours and equipment for each player begin at £250. Kitting a full team can cost close to £3,000. The Mustangs, based at a small rink in Mughal, raise money to support 4 separate teams.
My name is Paul Le Guin. I'm the coach, cum goalkeeper of the Mustangs. I'm 25. I'm a self-employed bricklayer. The Mustangs have been going for just on a year. There were lads a year ago who couldn't skate, couldn't hold a stick in their hand. Literally from the start, I've run the hockey with the help of Wally.
Wally was an old nickname from years ago, and the Glees comes from Kenny Dalglish. My real name is Dave Williams, age 24. I work for the government at the moment. I sign on Tuesday mornings. Me likes ale, sex, football, drugs, rock and roll, and Samantha Fox. The Mustangs were formed last Christmas. Originally we were 2 teams, but we split up. And one went to Kirby. And every time we played Kirby now, we beat them. And there is a lot of violence in that game because it's like a local derby.
My name is Alex. My nickname's Ali. I'm 20. I'm a partsman. Like most things, like going out, having a few pints, music, things like that. Like.
My name's Neil, but my nickname from youth, like from about 4 or 5, has been Ned, because like there was 2 Neils in the class and blah blah blah. And I work in the solicitors during the day.
I play street hockey because it's fast and hard.
I don't know, it's just something new. I mean, everyone knows what football's about, don't they? I mean, it's kicking a ball, scoring a goal.
We look the same, so get away being twins. No one can tell the difference between us.
I mean, I've always liked ice hockey, because you're always looking for the fights. And it's just exactly the same on the rink.
My name's Bullet, or Bernie. I'm 17, and I make paint for me living. We played in the Nationals in July, and we got beat by the Eastside Gladiators 13-0. We were upset about that, but the teams from Sussex, we battered. So I think if we went down there, we'd really give them a good tonguing.
You should have been here on the 10 o'clock train.
From the back, there's Paulie the goalminder. He's sort of the coach. He is better off the pitch than on, because we'll listen to him there. And also his last in goal, that's why we're getting beat lately.
Well, you've got to have a lot of protection with these balls, because you can hit if they catch you. Like underneath, I wear a thick shirt to stop the ball stinging or bruising my chest. These, I can't afford the proper ones, so they're just cricket pads with a piece of artificial leather on. That's a catcher's mitt. It's like a standard baseball glove. And this is a stiff glove. Underneath all this, elbow pads, shoulder pads, chest pads, shorts, are all padded on the thighs, down the side, round back of your bum, kidneys, all round there. This is the standard helmet that keepers use. It has a cup for your chin to sit in, so a bit solid. And the mask is a protection that is a must for all people.
All right, this fella, right? Yeah. He's in his house, and the next door neighbour's got everything a lot. He's got a dead plush garden, hobber mower a lot. He's got everything by the phone. And one day he walks in, and his wife's upstairs, knocking on just the briefs, suzzies and everything. She's sitting there like that, quivering. So he says, oh no, so he legs it into the next door neighbour. Screwdriver. Then she phoned me, wife's having a heart attack. She said, all right, so he gets on the phone, and a kid comes in and goes, hey, Uncle John's in there, in the wardrobe there. So I'm not having that. So he puts the phone down and legs it in. He goes, hey, John, what's the score? I've got my wife having a heart attack, and you're in there with no clothes on, scared of the kids.
Wait, lads, the comedians will get in touch.
You've had a trifle to an Irishman's called a trifle.
Someone's going to have a shot at you. Get out of his way so we can see the shot. You with them wings, I want loads of shots going in. Cross the halfway line, don't hit the centre. Let's see the shots. Wally, if you're playing in the middle behind him, follow the shots in. Let's see them bouncing off the boards. Let's see you chasing them in, picking them off. This goalkeeper, it's not the same lad that was playing in the Nationals. He's not as good as that lad that was playing. And they're not a bad team, but I think we can beat them comfortably. Too tired,
The Mustangs from Liverpool play in our league system. The first match was the Kirby Tigers, and every time one Kirby lad looked at a McGull lad, that was it. There was plenty of lacerations. We loaned the Kirby side a set of our shirts, and it took 3 weeks to get the blood out.
The Mustangs expected an easy victory. game was evenly matched for the first half. The score was 1-1. The substitutes changed.
It's on your knee. Sure now. Come on, you're all right.
It was a defeat the Mustangs hadn't expected.
After we played the Yo-Yo's, and the result was 2-1. They're all like weight trainers and that, and they're not allowed to go on the ale or smoke or that. We were really knackered and down, you know, because like when you're playing, you reach your perfect height and your adrenaline. When you're coming off, it just starts coming out of you, and you're really down. Your senses are all there when you're playing. And you get off and you just don't want to know anyone. You just want to go off on your own and come out of it.
The middle was boxed off and I crunch him good hard, he won't get in again. He's scared. The middle, Wally had the middle boxed off with Terry. It was the two wingers, Brooker again. Brooker done it all again to us, didn't he? Hey, he ran his records. Every time we played him, he's the same man, and we only ever got hold of him once in our own place, and we never beat them.
Man, it's ridiculous. Why are you bunching up so much?
They'll play the physical side of the game, whereas we'll play the skillful side sometimes when we get the ball, if we get the ball off them. But like if there's a fight, like they'll batter you, you know what I mean? But we could step out the way if it calls for it, because not that we're faster, but we think. You know what I mean? They don't think. They just like fucking plough into you. You know, they try and walk through you, but but they can't. Not all the time. Like.
What's a nice girl like you managing a bunch of thugs?
Everybody asks me that. No, I'm just. Well, I feel with myself. I'm dedicated. I'm just dedicated to it. They're a nice set of lads, really.
Do you find this an event for your aggression?
My aggression? Oh, gosh. Yes, well, I couldn't say no, really. A little bit, yeah.
The Yo-Yo's are the team which we thought would be a pretty easy match. Until we got out there, they're a lot more violent and physical than us. And they're a very, very physical side, but we'll get our own